Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to continue with the garden makeover that we started from the previous video, where we did our pallets, deckings, refresh and planters repainting. So now we are going to focus on the ground and bits around the garden, putting things together. So this is the floor of our garden. We have a pavement there, and it's, as you can see, the floor look not great. It doesn't look fresh as it used to be when it was since new. I tried to wash this off with some bit of pavement washes and stuff, but I did not do any great job, so I decided to paint them. I had this painting kind of project in my head for a while now, so this is the time I think I had a fresh and good time off to do this work. So let's get it started. I mixed a product, it's like a concrete mix kind of color, which I bought off eBay. I've had this over a year in my mind to do this project, which I've not used for, which I'm now starting. So I decided to mix it into a scenery paint, which is often used for painting outside of buildings like houses and all that. So this is what I mixed into. I just poured a little bit into the container, mixed it first before adding the paint, because I tried it before mixing it into paint directly and it did not work. So then I decided to dissolve it first in a very warm water, make sure it's all dissolved fully before I pour the paint in. So now that is how it looks. It's not yellowish, and it's not it's a bit between creamish and yellow, not that much yellow really. As I bring it closer, this is how it looks. So I gave it some of it, 1-2 coats, and it is enough. As I said, the paint is the same one I used to paint my planter, one of my planters 2 years ago, and still the same, and the same one I used to paint the front of my shed, and it's also been there almost 2 years now. This doesn't fade. Maybe sometimes it will take about 3-4 years for it to fade off or something, but often I like to refresh things. So maybe next year again I'll refresh these pavements, nicely clean them, and maybe paint them again with the same one, which I have a lot left. So what I'm going to do next is, I have an umbrella which is really heavy. From my previous videos you saw that I got an umbrella in my garden. There was a green one which I decided to change into the cream because the green one was too big for the space. The cream one is now okay, it's kind of the size I want, which is fine, and it matches kind of neutral area for my sitting outdoor. So this project I'm doing, as you can see, I'm just mixing a concrete, making a concrete out of cement and stone ballast there, so that I can get the umbrella into it. I did the same last year. I will show you what I did. I did a very silly work. It was a really good job, but I really did not think about it when I did before. I realized after doing the work that, oh, this is not going to work. So the container I used to put this concrete in, to hold the umbrella, the ground, the underneath of it is a little bit very small. As you can see, that is the gray bucket inside the red one. So the bottom of it is pointed, so that means the upper of it is going to be heavier, if you get my point. So when the wind is blowing, it's going to blow off the whole umbrella, because the umbrella at the top is also very heavy. That's the main reason why I'm trying to hold it down with concrete. Anyway, so just mixing this and adding to the next bucket that I put the other one into, to give it a 2-step, and finishing this, it looks better. I mean, I like it the way it looks. I was also thinking to paint that red buckets that I've poured the concrete in. Hopefully, I've not painted it yet, it's still the same. Hopefully maybe I can use the same product I used to paint the ground for it. As you can see, the white bit on that concrete there, that is what I painted 2 years ago from that white paint, masonry paint I used to paint the ground, which I mixed the yellow tin in. So that is how the place is looking. You can see my pallet decking that I refreshed. I took the broken one out and fixed. It's looking really good, and you can see the pallet chair at the side. As you saw in the previous videos, I did this earlier on, but then I decided to put the mat on the floor. The mat was the last year, which I think has caused the moist and damage to the pallet decking. So we finished that side almost. The next thing we are going to do is put some bit of plantish into the garden. As I showed you earlier on, my garden is one of those boxy ones with really belly nothing in. I'm sure a lot of people in the UK have similar, especially in the new building houses are like this. There is barely nothing there. It's just full of bit of grasses, and you have to make use of what you have and make your own space look like home. So I decided to get this bit from Shane. They look really good. I saw it online, people use it for different things, and I decided, well, I can get this and use it to do something good out of it. So it's a bit about 120 centimeters tall, both of it. I got two, plus they have little ones attached to them, so like a longer one, 120, and an 81. So I got this olive tree also, which I decided to put into the garden, but as you can see, the planter in which I put it is not going to really help. So I decided later on to change this with a concrete again, make a concrete, hold it properly. So now it is standing on its own with the concrete inside with soil on top of it. So another plant that I bought, which is coming, which is a natural it's got like banana leaves kind of, yeah, which I mentioned in my previous video. It has arrived. I will show you how everything looks in this video in the end. I mean, it looks better, it looks more like a, you know, getting there like a garden. So these are the bits of plants that I got and I'm going to put in. So luckily for me, putting this is going to help in winter, because you know the natural plants, a lot of them die throughout the winter and the whole garden go back into what it was, like nothing. So these ones are going to help a lot. Like putting natural and the fake ones is what I'm planning to do, that when the winter comes, you see the fake ones there looking still like there are trees and plants there. I digged a hole really down, I mean really deep, and I put those into it and secured them well, so they have been like really good, staying there forever, looking like a plant growing from the ground. Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out where to put them. As you can see in my garden, this is all I have. So as I mentioned earlier on, you have to make good use of what you got. And this is those two plants in the planter at the back are real trees. They are fig trees, which were given to me as a gift about 3 years ago, and they were very smaller, but now they are growing taller and nicer. Now that is almost done, I'm going to go to the side of the where we sit, and this is the like wreath I also got for the shed. It looks really cute. I like it a lot. It was here, but I've moved it to the front like door, and I brought a different one here. Very big box there. There is something else inside, which is a chair I'm going to put in the garden. I know the space is not big, but I'm just trying to make sure everything looks really good out there, you know, just presentable really, so that when people come, even though the space is not big, they can still get places to sit and all that. So this plant I'm putting in the back planter. I've planted some seeds in, but they're also taking forever to grow, and I've put a bit of flower in there. Hopefully they will grow by the summer there. I don't know. Next time, the next year I'm planting, I'm going to make sure I buy like already grown seeds, like seedlings that are already like ready, not going to use things that like seeds that I'm going to try to struggle to grow because they take forever to grow. Yeah, so this is a chair I got it's a hanging like egg chair I got from online home shop. That's the name of the shop, online home shop, which I'm going to put into the garden. This is mine. I love this chair. I saw it online. I've been planning to have something this similar for a long time, comfortable, and I got it off a very good deal. This online home shop is a brand, but then I got this chair off Timo. I think they have like some kind of affiliate or something with them. So then I got this for £85. The original price was about £150, but I used some points and discount on Timo to buy this, and it was £85. So that's quite a lot of the price, and the chair really looked really good. It's so comfortable, and I've been sitting in outside of it in the summer. I really enjoy it. You sit in it and it swings you around. Anyway, my niece comes and she sits inside. She said, "Oh, you have a swing in your garden?" I said, "Yes, I have a swing in my garden. You like it?" She says, "Yes." Anyway, so just putting all that together, and as you can see, the floor that I've painted makes a big difference. It makes it much more brighter and much more cleaner. Yeah, and it's very easier. Anytime it looks dirty, I just use a broom to sweep it. I see all the dirt because it's much brighter now, so it shows any dirt. So I just sweep it off or use the water like sprayer to spray it all off, and it looks really good. I like putting things together. I like doing things by my hands. Anytime I'm off, I like to do things around the house. So this is me just putting all stuff together. The chair, as you know, summer in the UK doesn't last long at all. It's a very short summer. It started around I think March, April this year. There was such a beautiful weather we had in the UK. It was so sunny. It's been so nice. For the reality of this garden, I'm going to show you how it looks in the night too. It looks really beautiful, especially on very hot summer evenings when all the lights, you know, I have some solar lights which I've put there. That light showing on the ground is a solar light I bought off Amazon a year ago. There was about 5 in a box. All of them are still working and they are really good. They absorb the sun, especially in summer. It looks so gorgeous in the garden, except in winters. They come on, but they don't last in winter because there is not enough sun. That makes sense. Anyway, so almost done. This is how it looks from my son's window from the back. It looks really nice, but as you can see, the grass, some of it are like a bit spotty still in it. I'm trying to make sure they grow really well. I put in those fertilizers and stuff, and this is how it looks. As if you can see some bits on the side, you can see how these gardens are all designed, even to the next doors. It's all like very boxy, nothing really there, so you have to make good use of your own space. So this is how it looks, my egg chair. I enjoy sitting in that. It's so comfy. And when I bring this closer, that is my planter I made from the pallets, which I'm using for the kitchen window side. And this is how gorgeous this flower look on the shirt. And that's the umbrella. When I open it, it looks really beautiful. I think I'm going to attach a photo to it so that you see actually how it looks when it's open. And this is the big the main side of the garden, where my longer, bigger planter also made from pallets, and it looks really nice. I love everything in there, even though it's not it's not a really natural garden. I'm still trying to, my plan is to put in more natural plants to make the whole place look all more natural and lovely, full of saturated with plants. That's what I want. And as you can see the floor, can you see the big difference it makes with the painting I did? Everything there looks cleaner, clearer, and much more like spacey. It look much more bigger, I think, because of the painting I've done it, because everything look cleaner. And so I'm now going to put, as I think I opened the umbrella in the end, if you see it properly. I did not show you too. I opened it, and if I show the side here, this is where I'm putting I've put the cushions of this chair. They also have a cushion which you put in for like extra seating, and just putting some bits of like flower on the like coffee table that is there. The coffee tables, as I mentioned earlier, is a glass, came with those 2 chairs from Aldi, also about 2 years ago. As I mentioned, I did all this DIY a while ago, so all these are still there. Every year I just refresh them, and they go back into use, and that is how it looks. My pallet chair is in there with the black cushions in it, and that is me enjoying my hot drink in the nice hot summer, sitting outside in my rolling garden. And this is how it looks in the night. As I mentioned, you see how gorgeous it looks. And you can remember that flower on the shed, the wreath on the shed, as I mentioned, was from outside from my previous video, which I've brought it. So I keep changing things around often. And this is how the lights look in the garden, and I like how they look. As you can see, there is a one hanging on the fence at the back, similar one hanging there. They look really gorgeous, really pretty, cute lights. And in reality, this is like a day where it has, before it rained. This is how it looks. Cover the chair so it doesn't get wet. The pallet chair is also covered with the cushions, and this is the plant hanging. Some of them are dead now because of the heavy sun that we had. And this is the side how it looks when I cover it, and in the night or get into the evening, this is how the whole place looks. So gorgeous little space. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope this has inspired you to go and decorate that small garden that you have. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.